This will be fun. So we're doing something a little different. David and I, we do a lot of things every week. It's either usually reviewing something critical thinking related, or we do our shows, our call-in shows, which is critical thinking related. This is a little different. This is a review of First Amendment's Audit. I watched the video and I was like, there's some communication going on here. There's communicating to be reviewed, and I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at. What did have you guys saw the? Have you watched the video in advance, or you have?
I'm going in blind.
You're going in blind.
Yeah.
David. Okay.
I did watch it in advance, and I'm actually pretty familiar with the genre too.
Oh, you are. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it too. I found this one particularly interesting just because of what was said, how it was said, stuff like that. But, Trust, you've never been on my channel before. Is there any? Would you like to introduce yourself or anything? Or
Oh, sure. I go by Trust by Verify on. I have a TikTok page that I just started in July, actually, focusing on street epistemology, and then also I've started a YouTube channel, Trust but Verify 2024. So thank you for inviting me, and glad to be here.
Yeah, no problem. I like your stuff, and yeah, people should subscribe to you.
Thank you.
All right, without further ado, let's jump right in. And if Trust, I sent you that link to the video. This might be slightly different just because it's the original. I decided to use the original rather than the one that had the commentary on it.
Okay, that's fine.
Bad place to start. But I skipped the teaser.
This is the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, here in Clinton, Arkansas. I've never been in one of these before. Let me zoom out a little bit. No trespassing. Open, come in. No trespassing. Restricted area. Open, come in. U.S. government property. No trespassing. Open, come in. I'm getting mixed signals here.
I gave out similar vibes myself.
That is confusing.
Oh, it's not locked.
Can you come in? Can you not?
It's just me. I don't need any help. I'm just looking around.
Oh, cool. What you want?
So what do you guys do for the public here? Like, I know what you do, what USDA does, but what would
This
this?
is actually an NRCS facility, Natural Resource Conservation Service.
Oh, okay.
It used to be Soil Conservation Service.
I see. So what would someone come in here for specifically? Just any example.
Basically, we're here to support farming, food production. So you got in our area, it's mainly livestock production.
Cool, man. I appreciate your time.
What would it be on?
The Random Patriot.
Cool.
Yeah. It's YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Yeah.
Have a good day, man.
You too, dude.
Enjoy the pretty weather.
Great video.
Started off pretty well. Not bad.
Oh, there's more.
Let's see
I think it's
what we got here. Look at this. This small town of Clinton, what do they got, like 2,500 people? They have dash cams. And then you go to bigger towns like Sherwood, has like 10 times the people. They do not have dash cams in their freaking cars. Oh, we got a spit bottle in here. Heck yeah, brother. You got a dirty ass car, bro.
This wasn't in the
But
video.
still, got that dash cam.
Had the commentary.
Public property.
It's important though.
Public property.
It's important stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool that you found the original.
I think that is a personal truck. Dude probably uses it as a non-personal. He's got the antennas on it, but it's not a public property license plate.
Objection. Hearsay. Speculation.
Neither is this, but dude's parking right up under. No personal property tag, but they're parked right up under here. I wonder what's that about. Is this your personal vehicle?
Yes, it is.
How come you're parked up under here?
Because
Oh.
Videoing cars out here.
Is this the police station?
Yes.
So you have a salon on the same building as the police station?
Who are you?
Is that what's happening? Who are you, lady?
How about you talk to the owner of the building?
Oh, I don't care. I'll talk to whoever.
Right.
So this is half police station, half beauty salon?
There's multiple renters and such.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what are we doing?
Cool, man. I'm working on a story.
For
Who are you?
I'm the owner.
You're the owner of the building?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't work for the police station, you just own the building and the
Right.
police station is renting a spot out from you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if the police station is renting a spot out from you, then that makes this public property. So I'm just working on a story in public property is what I'm doing.
Okay. For what though?
Working on a story.
I just want to point out, like, I'm here for the communication. I'm here to comment on the communication. But from a legal perspective, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law that well. But I'm thinking if the police rent something, a property, that doesn't automatically make that property public, right? Like, the police could rent something, anything, even if it's not property. But that property could still retain the owner, and it could be a private owner, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I think in the video you linked, the audit video, I think they explained that a little bit. They talked about that a little bit. That just, yeah, they made that same point you did, and then they cited some case law. And then it's kind of a gray area because I also know, well, from what I understand, like there's this whole thing about if you can video on like a public, like places that are open to the public, or that there's, you know, and because there's no expectation of privacy, there's all kinds of stuff that, so yeah, this one just feels a little murky.
Yeah.
It feels a little gray. Yeah.
But the guy
Does
seems so
anyone work
innocent, you know, non-shady. Like, I mean, he's so open and honest, though. I mean, I'd tell him anything. Doesn't seem like a gotcha.
He says he's working on a story. He could be a little bit more honest there. I mean, technically, he might be telling the truth. Like, technically, he's working on a story, right? But is it really a story? It's more like it's a trap. Like,
Somebody,
if he was honest,
found a word for using a placeholder word that just moves the conversation along. There's got to be a word for that.
creating content.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Just creating content. But I think, you know, watching enough of these videos, the story is the confrontation. That is the story.
Right.
And so I guess in that respect, yeah, he is working on a story, but yeah, it doesn't feel 100% honest. I will grant that.
Stories for.
But what's the story for?
Well, I can't tell you that. You'll just have to wait till it's published.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Not
Well,
Yeah.
I guess.
completely honest.
Thanks, man.
Right.
That looks like my vehicle.
Oh, bro, that's his computer on. His car is literally on still. Let's see if I can show you this. His dash is still saying
We're not seeing anything.
like it's
Yeah,
on
fire the
right
cameraman.
now. It's interesting.
Yeah, they keep them running. They have like a special key fob.
What's up, dude? Is this? I think this car's left on. Oh, cool. I think you left your car on, brother.
No, my car's off.
Oh, the dash is blinking stuff. Does it just do that all day?
It does.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Lieutenant Sullivan, police department. What's your name?
Cool. I'm Justin. Nice to meet you, man.
Did you have some idea I can say?
No, sir. I don't.
No idea.
No.
Arkansas is one of the 15 ID states, so Joe Biden.
There is no way you believe that. All right. Since you're starting off this way, do you have somewhere higher than you? Because I promise you that's not correct, and you're going to get your whole town into a lawsuit. And I don't want to go that way. I've been having a great day. You don't want to go that way either.
But if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my.
Okay, like, shit. Like, as far as escalation goes, the auditor kind of just escalated that from like 0 to like 4, on the escalation scale. And like that was kind of not really necessary. I mean, I know he's trying to get a reaction. He's trying to make it confrontational. That's the goal. I get it. But also, hear me out. If he looks like a jerk, then does that... I mean, really, he's trying to get the public to buy in that this police officer or department is doing something wrong, right? That's kind of the goal. If he acts a fool, if he looks like a jerk, doesn't that kind of make the public think, well, maybe the police officer isn't quite a jerk, and he was all right because the other guy was acting a jerk, right? So I mean, if you go in hot like that, it's a little less convincing to the public. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really helping your goal here. What do you guys think?
Trust?
Oh, okay. I'll jump in. I agree with that. And I one thing that when I first watched this, I was thinking, what is this guy's motive? What's his intent here? And then I was thinking, from the police officer standpoint, it's not usual. It's not run of the mill for someone to just walk up with a camera and start filming in car windows and things like that. I mean, that's weird. It's odd. I would be very, at least curious, like what's this guy doing? I think though that also police are trained to ask for ID, because I think watching so many of these videos, that's like the first thing they say. Do you have any ID on you? So that must be training, right? I think, but I agree with you, Pierce. I think if he had just left it at, no, I don't have any ID, or I don't want to show you. I think that would have been all he had to say. But yeah, but then to add on you're going to get yourself in a lawsuit, and you've chosen to take it this way. Yeah, that seems a little bit like poking the bear.
All right. Cool. We're on the same page.
I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions.
I don't
If
answer
you want to ID me
questions.
unlawfully, you're going to lose your job and your qualified
Can
immunity.
I ask you what you're doing?
I'm working on a story.
For who you with?
I'm an independent journalist. What's your name?
Solomon, Lieutenant Solomon.
Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Do not think there is no such thing as a stop and ID state. There is no such thing. That is a term.
Okay.
That is a.
Let me explain something to you. Can I explain something?
I'll listen to you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. This day and time, there's all sorts of things going on.
This day and time is a terrible thing because we're in one of the most safest times to date.
So the police officer, I like what he did. He might be wrong, but he might be wrong legally. But I like how he was like, "Hey, can I explain this to you? Do you want to hear what I have to say?" Basically, and then he started to talk, and then the guy interrupted him, and it was just like, "Well, let the guy talk. Let the guy talk a little bit, right?" He got like 4 words out, and you're already criticizing him.
Yeah,
and hardly even said anything yet.
But is he fact checking him though? I mean, what if he doesn't want him to continue on a premise that he thinks is untrue?
Got a point.
It's like, hey, if we're gonna lay out this description, let's make sure we don't taint it with the wrong word, or get off on the wrong foot.
I'd let him at least get the thought out, because he cut him off at day and age. Maybe he was gonna. I know what direction he was going. I think we kind of get what direction he was going, but at least let him get the thought out. At least,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I
I also noticed that he, as you previously pointed out, he escalated from like 0 to 4, and then in this brief exchange, he immediately asked the officer for his name and badge number, which again, going by having watched a ton of these, I'm just morbidly curious with these types of videos. So I haven't watched a ton of these. It seems like it's a way of taking control of the conversation, and so it's just a way to, and it seems like it's performative to demonstrate, hey, this officer or this cop who has authority and power doesn't have power in this situation. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, maybe that could be.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like setting up a very specific power fantasy, because most of the time it could be the power dynamic is the other way around very quickly and very strongly,
Right.
and very dangerously at times. Like if you were to try to cross them in the wrong situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In world history. Tell me a safer time in world history than right now.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so don't say in this day and time,
All right.
because cops always say that, and it's stupid.
Okay.
So
Well, all right.
you can start over though if you want to.
Let me just put it like this.
Yep.
You know, if we see somebody looking at our police cars, we
Come
have
talk to me, sure.
equipment,
But don't
cameras.
threaten to arrest me if I don't
Sure.
give you my
No,
ID.
I didn't threaten to
You
arrest
just did,
No,
brother.
I didn't. I just said Arkansas is one of the 15 out of these states.
That's not
Upon
correct.
A demand or request.
Nope,
you
that's
have
not
to
correct.
provide some identified-
He technically didn't, and that's true. He put it
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. So at least he put it up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a lawyer out here. If you think that's true, you need to look into it because you're going to get yourself in trouble. That is not true, and I'm 1,000% positive, and I can show you case law and Supreme Court rulings and everything. 100%.
More or less, we're just concerned about what you're doing.
Well, do not think that you can
Yeah.
just stop and ID anyone you want. You're going to get yourself in trouble, and you're non-constitutional. You are unconstitutional.
Well, with what's going on, I mean, it's
You are
lawful to
no.
ask.
If you think you can do that,
Yeah, but
you don't believe in the Fourth Amendment. If you think you can do that, do you know what the Fourth Amendment is, sir? What is it?
You know, if we see
What's the
somebody
What's the
looking
Fourth Amendment? No. This is important to everybody that you know the Fourth Amendment. What is
Sure,
it?
I know it.
So what is
Everybody
it?
all know
What is it?
The right of freedom.
No way you can say
this.
that. No,
I've
that's the
seen this
First
clip.
Amendment.
I mean,
That's
that's
the-
what I'm saying. The First Amendment.
No, the First
Everybody has the right to
bro.
free
What's the
speech
Fourth Amendment?
Okay. All right, just
Oh my God, dude! And you're a lieutenant? Is your chief here?
Unnecessary stuff.
No, he's off.
We need someone to teach you.
You know, I'm kind of surprised he didn't know the Fourth Amendment, just because that one seems to be relevant to him a little bit more. I don't know. Why was he even asking that? Was that relevant, like, at all to this interaction? I didn't even get that.
Somebody look it up. The Fourth Amendment, I believe, is the unnecessary. Shoot, I don't know if I know it by heart.
Maybe I have it wrong.
It's unlawful search and seizures. I think
Is that the word?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, I had it wrong.
Yeah.
Oops.
So he's comparing that to stop giving me your ID. I'm gonna directly link you to something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and also further, okay, because they mentioned stop and identify, and
Yeah.
I believe that has something to do with police aren't allowed to just ask for ID. They need I think they need reasonable suspicion of a crime, and so there's some conditions on that. And
Yeah.
I think that's generally where they're going with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think the snooping around, looking in the vehicles is his reasonable suspicion or so. But I don't know.
One could make that argument for sure.
Yeah, one could.
The Fourth Amendment
I know what the
is.
Fourth Amendment
What is it?
My question is,
What
you
is the
just,
no?
what you're
Okay.
doing
What's the
and,
5 elements of the
know,
First Amendment? There's
just,
5
we
elements.
just
Civics
had some
lesson.
There's 5
concerns
elements of the First
and
Amendment.
questions for you.
No, I have some concerns and questions for you. There's 5 elements of the
Goodness.
First Amendment. What are they?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. And
What are they, sir? What's the Fourth Amendment? You don't know any of it.
If you know
You
what
need to
it's
go
all-
study the Constitution, and until you do, don't say a word to me, please. Go back inside, look up the Constitution, and read those rights and learn them. Memorize them, then
Walk
come
a
out.
train.
Other than that, you don't know what you're doing or
Walk
what you're talking about, and you don't need to be a lieutenant. And I'm sorry I'm getting mad, but that is ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself for not knowing the first or the fourth. Walk of shame right there, and it's deserved.
Oh, you called it. Jimmy Fallon made a fake Walk of Shame song. It was really good.
Why did he get so mad? Like,
The auditor
he's
guy?
really mad. Yeah.
No,
he's like really pissed off. Or he's putting on a performance, I guess.
Yeah,
But like,
he's
It's
ecstatic
why?
right now. He's having a good time. He's getting to own the libs here, or own the cop, whatever. He's
Yeah, I think he's feeling his cop,
guess. It's just
Yeah.
like I see the general public, people who are not familiar with this genre
not
of
anger.
video, I guess you could say. You're right. It's not anger. He's fucking with him, right? But like, I see the general public viewing that and being like, "Who's the bad guy here?" It's the auditor. They're viewing him as the bad guy here, are they not?
I think if you already have a conception that there is problems with people being ignorant and having lots of authority, I think it could pretty easily side on the other side.
Could, but I think they would like overwhelmingly like they're going to be on his side no matter what. But somebody who doesn't have that predisposition, I guess you could say, like they're viewing this and they're like, "What an asshole!"
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It definitely comes off as a troll.
Yeah.
Some people just like when they troll people.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Follow him in there.
Locking me out?
I mean, I would too. You're kind of being a jerk.
Lieutenant Solomon, you're opening your city up for a lawsuit by allowing this door to be locked because of me. You're not allowed to pick and choose who comes in here. So either you lock it to everybody for the rest of the day, or you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit. And you better have a good reason for having it locked the rest of the day. Not just because there's a guy with a camera.
A jerk with a camera.
Yeah.
So you better open this door and let me come in and we can get this over with. Why are you guys so scared of someone with a camera? What are you hiding? You should be welcoming me in here, showing me around.
You could have if you would have been nice.
Making yourself look good, making your town look good. Let's start over. Do you want to let me in and just show me around and have a pleasant conversation so we can change this? I'm willing to start over with y'all.
The guy, is obvious.
All right, I gave you a chance.
Fishing for
I'm honestly not going to waste my
stuff.
time in this stupid little hallway.
Notice the
This
God
lady
Bless
right
America poster.
Call the cops, lady.
Uh-oh, they're sending the sheriff out here.
Oh, they are.
You called it.
The sheriff showed up.
How did the sheriff not talk to him already?
All right, I can come in now? They weren't letting me in a minute ago. That's a lawsuit if I wanted to. I don't want to. I'm literally just trying to have a pleasant time here in Clinton. That's it. But here we have... what's your name, sir?
I'm Sheriff Eric County.
Oh, you're the sheriff.
County. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Justin.
Good mix, Justin.
So why'd they send the sheriff down here for a guy with a camera?
Nobody sent the sheriff.
They-
We all monitor the radio traffic.
Hey, dude.
If
Hey,
we
hold
get a
on. Before
call-
you lie on camera.
If we get a call over the radio.
No, I heard them call the sheriff down here. I heard them I have them on video calling the sheriff down here.
Anyway.
Uh-oh, they're sending the sheriff out here. So now you're lying on camera. So now I don't even want to talk to you either, dude.
If we
Goodness.
get a call, we're
Just
gonna
be real.
respond.
Just be a real person for 2 seconds. Why can no one just be a real person in
You be
here?
a real person.
I am.
Yeah, you're in here causing a problem.
No, I'm exercising my rights.
Yeah, but if it becomes disorderly,
I told you my
then
name's Justin
you're
like 6
being
times,
disorderly.
dude.
I have a right to ask you last
Okay.
You can ask, and I don't have to tell you.
Okay.
You have to have reasonable or you have to have.
That's water.
No, you're not. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
You're on private property looking at people's
Again,
windows.
if you cause
No,
a
this is
disturbance,
public. This is public
If
property.
you cause a disturbance,
This is
then
public
you can
property.
be charged with disorderly conduct.
Were you parking your cop cars back there?
As long as
Then
you're
it's public.
civil, as
It's
long
public.
as you're civil, there's not a problem.
I'm civil, brother.
That's what I'm saying. But if it did become disorderly, then you could be charged with disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
But until then,
Don't-
as long as you're
You
civil,
were also looking at private
everything's
things
good.
back there too, because we.
I can look at anything I can see from public. You can't trespass
Sheriff
my
guy's
eyes.
trying to de-escalate, and
That's
this guy's
public.
he's like,
Seems
"I
like
got you
yeah,
on something, guy. Just keep talking. I'm gonna find something I got you with."
yeah. Yeah.
This whole conversation, this whole interaction right now is just like, what is going on? Just
Wasting
stop it, you
money.
guys. Yeah.
Park your cars back there. That's public.
The other cars are not
And
public.
even if it was private, I have to be trespassed before I've committed a crime. So no one in here knows what the hell they're talking about. This is getting crazy. He said that he can make me ID just because he wants to. That is mind blowing that he thinks that.
Because
He doesn't know what
because they don't know what you're doing.
I asked him what the Fourth Amendment was, and he says freedom. That's embarrassing, dude.
Searches and seizures. We know what it is.
You had to go look it up after. Well, okay, what's the 5 elements of the First
Come
Amendment?
on, admit it.
If you state your last name,
What's the
we don't have
five?
to ask
What's
you
the
for a
5
name.
elements? Give me 2 of them.
Okay.
We haven't
Well,
got to ask you
Earth,
for a full name.
wind.
Give me 2. You can ask all day, and I can
Fire,
tell you
water.
no.
well, just like you said, he had to go look it up. You can sit down in your car and look up every
Dude,
amendment
I know
before
them
you
by
walk in.
heart.
That doesn't matter. It's not required
No.
by law for anybody to know it.
It is required by law. Do you and you and you and you all?
It is required by law to memorize the amendments. I mean, police officers should. Don't get me wrong. They should know them.
Yeah.
Required? That was a silly thing. to
Required
say.
might be a bridge too far. Yeah. But I do get his point. If his point is, if you're enforcing laws and you can't articulate them, I do get that point.
I get it.
I mean,
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah. Their code of conduct should be based on the amendments, so their
Mhm.
policies.
But what were things that we went to school for? You know, I can think of many things I went to college and learned, and somebody asked me, you know, what these specific, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. You know, there's no way.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I think I know what all the amendments are, but I don't know what order they're in. I don't know.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Probably better off than me.
Yeah.
That's where you're wrong.
No.
When you go to the academy, the only thing you're required to
This
do
guy with
is
the pointing
to-
finger, though,
to read
he's-
it, become
Did you?
familiar
He
with
is-
it.
All right, I'm about to own you.
Put your hand down,
Get
man.
ready, brother.
Just
set
Get
it
ready.
down.
You get ready.
You
get ready.
You swore an oath to the Constitution when you were signed in, and I could find that on video, I bet. So you swore an oath to the Constitution.
Okay, so you were there.
No,
Now you're lying.
but that is what
See, you
all
just
police
lied.
do.
You're telling us we're lying.
No,
You're lying.
it is required.
No, you're
If you
No, you. And they're both just like misrepresenting each other. Like, he's like, I can find a video of that. He's like, were you there? Were you there? Did you see it? It's just like,
You're taking the bait, Sheriff. You're
Yeah.
taking the bait.
it's like this really dumb debate over stuff that doesn't even matter. Like, talk about something that matters here.
Right.
It's
Find an
it's a
actual
basic
policy.
concept at this point.
Or
And to the right because you don't know your.
Oh, sorry.
But it is a good lesson to know that they struggle to deal with trolls. And I mean that's that's probably 5% of crime. I mean that's important.
Is trolling a crime, David?
Maybe motivations for 5% of crimes. You know,
Okay.
check the FBI statistics.
Karmic crime, maybe.
You're making
dude,
it up.
you listen.
So you
didn't swear an oath. So you didn't swear an oath.
I can tell you you're being.
You can call me whatever you want.
See,
It doesn't hurt my
I'll
feelings
be
like
as
it does
civil
yours.
as you're being. It's not hurting my feelings.
It obviously is.
I've been doing it for 25
So you
years.
did
You know
not.
how many people have called me
So
or worse?
answer me this.
I don't
Did
have
you
to answer
did
you.
you sign
That's where
it?
you're
Did you
wrong.
swear an oath to the Constitution?
That's where you're wrong.
He
I
says
don't
he
have to
didn't.
answer
So you
you.
did. This sheriff he does not believe in the Constitution, and he did not swear an oath
That's
to it.
what you believe.
You're gonna have to get out.
If you continue, and
Yes,
this
ma'am.
becomes
Yes, ma'am.
disorderly, I explained to you
Yeah.
at that point it would be a disorderly conduct.
Dude, chill out. You're stupid.
Okay, you call me stupid, I call you stupid.
You don't. You,
No, you do.
I kind of like how he gave like a shit ton of respect to that one lady. She's like, I'm on the phone and I can't hear nobody.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm out of here. that was just
I'll give
great.
him credit for that for sure.
He was very, very charitable to her. You know, he could have been like, no, you're not on the phone. I don't hear it. I didn't see you dial it. You know, that's how he was behaving the whole time. But then with her, it's just like, oh, I should be nice to this person.
Oh, excuse me, man. No, my
Excuse
my
me.
apologies.
Maybe that's a
Goes
respect
outside
for potential,
As he tells the guy he's stupid.
things. Yeah. like I would love to. I don't know. I haven't seen this video all the way through, but I wonder if like they got a call like, "Hey, I gotta go do this." If he'd be like, "Oh yeah, go to that. Yeah, yeah, do it. Oh yeah." Or if he'd be like, "No, finish. Talking about nothing with me."
Let's see.
Know that you swore an oath to the Constitution.
No, I'm not answering.
You
you
walk
is what I'm
around
doing.
thinking that you have no
I
duty
answer
to the Constitution.
The people, the residents
The
of Van Buren
Constitution.
County. Do you live
The
in Van Buren
Constitution.
County?
The
Do you live here
Constitution.
in Van Buren County?
No, I don't.
Then I don't answer to you. Have a good day, sir.
Do you get state taxes? Do you
Have a
get
good
federal
day,
taxes?
sir.
Do you get state and federal taxes?
Have a good day, sir.
So you don't know shit, brother.
Have a good day,
You
sir.
guys don't know anything here. You don't
Have a
get.
good day,
No, you
sir.
can't. That's freedom of speech. That is.
Have a good
That's
day,
freedom
sir.
of speech. You don't know the Constitution.
You obviously
What's
don't
freedom
know
of
the
speech
statute
mean?
Of disorderly conduct. If you incite a riot,
If you
incite a riot,
what
which
riot am I
includes-
inciting?
Which includes any
Freedom
more,
of speech,
any
brother.
More than 2 or 3 people.
Freedom
in one
of speech.
location, Then you are.
You guys are the making the riot, then not me. I'm by myself.
Making a riot. You're the one.
I'm by
calling people
myself.
stupid and dumb, and you're the one that's.
You guys are the ones that are supposed to know the Constitution, and I know it 10 times more than you.
That's fine.
You guys don't know anything about it. Your whole job is to uphold the Constitution.
Our whole job is to uphold the
The
state laws that are in
Constitution.
the statute.
Nope. What's more important than state laws? Federal laws.
Federal law doesn't supersede
It
state
absolutely.
law.
No way.
That's
You just
where
said
you're
that.
wrong.
No. Yes, it
That's where
does.
you're wrong.
Yes, it does. I promise
You're
you.
wrong.
If the
We
Supreme
have to
Court
enforce
Supreme
state
Court
laws.
says Arkansas state law is
City and
wrong,
state
then
laws.
it's wrong and over with. Arkansas doesn't get to say, well, we get to do whatever we
Arkansas
want.
Constitution.
You're embarrassing yourself on the internet.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not. You're embarrassing.
Say your name
yourself
again.
because You can't.
If-
How many movies have we seen that, police are investigating something and the feds come in? We're taking over this investigation now. How many times has that happened?
That's just Hollywood, trust.
Yeah, I guess
That's
it's
just Hollywood. The state has all the power. That's why everybody's arguing about all these federal laws.
States' rights. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then where do cases like this end up in the Supreme Court? I mean, that's.
I have a suspicion of why this guy thinks this. You hear me out. With states legalizing marijuana,
yeah.
Technically it's still federally illegal, so it should be legal across the board, right? But somehow it's still legal in some states. Maybe grabbed onto that and was like, well, that applies to everything. That logic makes sense. I don't know. That's my theory on why he came to that conclusion.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, he definitely should know that federal law it's above the state law. Yeah.
Think you're embarrassing
You
yourself?
came
What's
here-
your name?
I won't say my name until you say yours. I already said it.
I already said it.
No, you didn't. You didn't give us your full name.
I don't have
told
to.
you my full name and who I work
Yeah,
for.
because it's your job to. It's not mine. I'm a private citizen. You are not.
But you're
the government. You are the government. Right now, I'm the
sheriff,
people.
man.
Listen to
If
me.
you request my name,
I'm
take a
the
dump and
people.
relax
You're
a
the
little bit.
government right now, and
Technically they are citizens also. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the people, and this is what the government's doing.
Show me the law right now that says that I have to give you my name.
That's in your
and
policy.
who I am.
That's in your policy.
I'm asking you.
Give me 2 minutes, and I could look it up.
We wrote the policy. It's our policy.
And then you should know it, dude.
Because you're obviously passionate about what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I know what I'm doing.
That's
You do
wonderful.
not know what you're doing. You're embarrassing your entire
I
county.
do know what I'm doing.
You're embarrassing your county, and you're not going to get reelected now.
Sit down and try to
You're gonna
pick
be
out
screwed.
of the Constitution specific things.
Dude,
that
it's
try
not
to
even
cover
pick
what
out.
somebody
It's
says.
fucking blatant.
No,
it's
not.
blatant.
No,
It's
it's
First
not.
Amendment right.
No, it's not.
What are the 5 elements
No,
of the
it's
First
not.
Amendment?
No,
You don't
it's
know
not.
it. You should be proud to say it regardless of whatever I said
If
before.
you want to set up an
You should be
interview
proud
with
to
me,
say
you
it.
come by my office
You should be
anytime.
I'm not talking to you, dude.
I'm not confronting you out in public and you trying to
He is
somehow
talking to him.
attack me or
I wasn't.
or
He came out trying to attack me. You were called because of me, and I have it on film that you were.
Okay, nobody called
He
me.
walked in and
You
said, "Call the
realize-
sheriff."
You talk about somebody being dumb. You
Or
realize
the
that
lady
when
did.
a
The lady
radio is
did.
on for
I have it
Yeah,
on
just
film,
because
dude.
your dispatcher called you,
I have it on
doesn't
film.
mean that nobody called you.
Yeah. And I'm not talking to you, but then.
Yeah, I got a thing on the radio. I didn't get a phone call. It was a radio message.
He's not being pedantic at all, David.
Oh, but this auditor guy is like, won't shut up about the amendment thing. Yes, okay, but like, why are you hassling these people in particular? It's like, okay, they're ignorant, but like, what do you
Like,
hope
you've
they're gonna
already-
do after this? They're just going to go
you've
home
kinda-
and like take out their aggression on people around them, and that's the whole thing.
Probably. But like, he's made his point already. Why is he continuing on with this?
Because
Like,
they keep
artificial
falling for it.
rage.
They keep
I
falling
guess.
for it, and they keep
get you.
just taking the bait. Like, you don't know. Oh, I know it. Oh, you don't know. No, I know it. Over and over.
Yeah.
The guy, literally, the sheriff just needs to reset. He's like, all right, okay, that stuff's important. I'm gonna brush up, make sure I get the wording right and all this stuff. But why are you doing this? Like, where do we go from here? Boom, conversation moves on.
Yeah, that would have worked.
You don't want me to say this because it's going to make you look dumb.
Say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Okay, you realize
I'm about
that
to
when a
embarrass
radio
you.
is on, that a radio's on. If any officer hears,
That's not what
dispatch
happened.
it doesn't matter.
I
who
have
they
it
call.
on film, dude.
You could have 6
What do
people.
you not
Who
get about I have it on
cares?
film?
Dude, 6 people were
What?
not dispatched down here. It just went across the radio.
Nobody
We
cares.
always
Yeah, the
go
lady.
and back up any call.
Dude, okay, he walks in crying about what I said to him. Then that lady immediately says, "Call the sheriff down here," and I have it all on film.
You are specifically saying the sheriff was called down here. My phone didn't ring. And no
Okay,
one called me
so
on
they
the
did it over the radio.
There you go. It's a open
They called you
broadcast
down over the
I
radio.
specifically, when I took off.
So did they call you down over the radio? So did they call you down? So did they say, "Call the sheriff down here"? So did they say, "You're causing a riot"? That's disorderly. Can you arrest him? He's yelling.
You're a smart
You're
aleck.
embarrassing yourself, dude.
You are embarrassing yourself.
I heard them do it, dude. I heard them do it.
See,
It's
you're
on
right.
video.
See, you're totally wrong. You didn't even know what you're talking
They
about.
said,
You
"Call the
just
sheriff
lied.
down
You're
here."
embarrassing yourself.
It's on video. I'm not
It is
lying.
on video.
Video don't lie.
It's a recording.
Video
that 911
don't lie.
dispatch,
Dude,
and neither does that.
Walk away. You're embarrassing yourself.
You're ridiculous.
Everything you say is wrong. I have it
You're
on
so
camera.
embarrassing yourself.
You're stupid, dude.
You're stupid.
All you can do, okay, whenever you start repeating, that means you have nothing left to say and you're
No, it
embarrassing
means that
yourself.
you keep repeating everything you said just 5 seconds ago because you have
All right,
nothing
dude.
new.
So in that case,
And every time
you're
I-
just
They did the thing. They're like, "You're stupid. You're stupid." They literally did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What world are we living in? Like,
When I was watching this the first time through, I was trying to measure it against the arguments that my kids have on social, like on Discord and social media, on streaming, and I was thinking, I think it's somewhere between 6th and 8th grade, somewhere in, I'm gonna like tag it like right at 7th grade.
yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm like, this is
These
shit
are
I hear from
adults.
this is shit I hear from my 13-year-old almost every day.
What
you're
saying.
dismissed. How about that? You're dismissed. How about that?
Thank you for dismissing me.
You're welcome. I'll see you later.
Maybe I will if you come see me.
God,
come
I
visit
hope
me.
so. Because you're content. You're nothing
You're
but
so
content.
welcome to come visit my office anytime.
I'll be
you
up there in
want.
a little bit. How about that?
That is wonderful.
Before you close today, I'll see you up there.
I made the sheriff's
Give
office
everybody
an
a
open
warning.
door. Yes.
Yeah, not unlike the police station, is not open door. They locked it on me. So you're just proving how they were wrong for locking the door.
If there's a woman here by herself,
She's not. There's like 4 cops in there, dude. You're making shit up as you go. You're dismissed. Go back to your freaking office.
you're officially dismissed. I'm not requiring you to.
I'm free to stay too.
Just like I am.
Cool. You want to have a standoff?
No, but I'll shake your hand and say thank you for coming by.
No, I would have earlier, but not anymore.
You
no.
did
You
right
did
there
shake
at the
his hand.
door.
Yeah, no, I did earlier. But you lost that respect that
The
I
reason
had.
you don't like me right now and you're upset with me is because I'm standing here and
No, I'm
talking to you civilly.
Now
and
you're
what
making,
doing is
you're,
lying.
you know what
You're saying
assuming does.
you're being disorderly.
You know what assuming does, right?
See, that's childish.
You know what assuming does,
you
right?
right now have a 5-year-old.
That's childish. They're both childish.
Both trying to claim the moral high ground.
Right. And they're both just acting like complete children.
Yeah.
This is
You're assuming, says the guy that was just repeating everything I would say. Says the guy that was repeating everything I
My
said.
experience in 25 years.
Dude, you're
dealing
dumb
with
as hell.
somebody that's
This is.
probably mental unstable,
I've never met a cop so childish in my life, and I have hundreds of videos.
The same respect and level of education.
This is ridiculous. Y'all should be embarrassed right now, dude. Go back to your office. You're dismissed.
Again.
Go back to your office. You're dismissed. Listen.
If you don't live here,
one thing you need to go home knowing is you serve the Constitution, and the Constitution serves the people. You serve the Constitution.
So you come here from out of town, and you go town to town, and you try to do some type of a constitutional audit just to try to engage police officers. Is that what you're doing? Because you're
roll
bored.
credits.
Is that what it is?
You've got nothing better to
More
do.
assuming. More assuming.
You're
free to go.
You're close to ask him what he was doing, and then just ask why. And boom, you can maybe move the conversation off of yourself and quit talking about your 7th grade responses. And
so close. And the guy just kind of like brushed it off. The auditor was just like, well, you're assuming that. You got it right. Just admit it. Like, that's what's going on here.
Well, maybe. Actually, he's not bored. He's having a great time.
That is true. That is true.
So
that's true. He is having a great time. He's having the time of his life.
Proving him wrong again and again and again. Apparently, wrong again.
You're free to go. You are not detained. You're free to go.
You're not detained.
You're not detained. I know I'm not, because I know the law.
I know I'm not, because I know the law.
And there he goes, being a 5-year-old again.
This is not a service.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
I get thanked every single day, dude.
People that actually
Here's David, you are not.
You don't even know what the Constitution is to believe in it.
You don't know.
You think Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution. Get out of my.
You know, this is kind of funny, but also it's really freaking sad. Like,
yeah, I think these
are the people who we trust with protecting us, you know, and some other random adult that's trying to adult. It's just like,
I'm more worried about the first cop and the sheriff. I mean, the sheriff does more like administrative stuff, and in my opinion, like they're more they're more administrative in my understanding. So I'm less worried about him. He can be a little dumb, but the one that's in the responding to more situations and higher vicinity and with a stronger association with potential violent interaction, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. That's a good point.
If you think that.
Hard job.
Do you think Arkansas law supersedes it? Do you think Arkansas law supersedes it? Answer the question, yes or no. Do you think Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution, Maddox? Maddox, do you think that Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution? That should be an easy question. You should be proud to say hell no. You should be proud to say hell freaking no, it doesn't. The Constitution is all. The Constitution is all. Nothing is over the Constitution.
So you think because a federal agent comes here and says that I'm supposed to take somebody's weapons away, that I'm supposed to enforce that because that's federal?
Does that say that in the Constitution?
No, absolutely
I'm
not.
saying the Constitution.
Absolutely not.
The
State of Arkansas
Constitution
says we are a right
Bro.
to open carry.
Okay,
and
if
I
it
will
ever
stand behind that
if it ever
100%,
comes to that,
and that's Arkansas Constitution.
all right. You just earned.
So you tell me which one supersedes.
All right.
So you were wrong.
Hold on a second.
No, you were wrong. I'm admitted.
I'm not wrong. I'm about to give you. I'm trying to give you some credit. If you'll stop talking for 2 seconds, I'm about to give you some credit, bro. But you are wrong. But I'm gonna explain it.
I disagree.
I am not saying anything that the government says supersedes anything you say. I am saying the Constitution. Now, stop over talking to me for 2 seconds, dude. Let me just finish my sentence. This is annoying as hell. Let me finish my
I
sentence.
apologize for getting under your skin.
Let me finish my sentence.
But when I made a
Can you
valid
not talk for 2 seconds?
when I make a valid
Good Lord.
point,
No, you
blow up.
don't. I'm trying to tell you that you
You
don't.
get angry.
God damn, dude, you're so dumb.
So the auditor is requesting respect. He wants to be given the floor to talk. He has been over talking the sheriff constantly. I mean, the sheriff has been doing that too. But you can't really request respect when you have not been respectful yourself. Like, it doesn't work that way, man. It just no.
The Constitution has nothing to do. The Constitution says that the government can never take our guns away. So when I say the Constitution, I'm not talking about some new law the government passed. I'm saying the Constitution that gives me the Second Amendment rights. Right. So what I'm about to give you credit for is thank you for standing up for my Second Amendment right, even if some tyrannical government that might be federal tries to take them away, and you're going to stop them and you're not going to take them away from me. Now I give some more respect to you for that, regardless of anything you've been wrong about before. But I was not saying the government super.
Hey, at least he took a charitable interpretation there. I mean, that's not what the sheriff was saying, I don't think. But the auditor took a charitable interpretation and put a positive spin on it, I guess. Cool?
I think they found something to agree on, and I think they've agreed the whole time, and they just been using different words and fighting shadow boxing.
Yeah, we've just been talking past each other for the whole time, and just playing the semantics game, and
bunch of gotchas
with sprinkled with insults and back and forth. Yeah. So just totally
state law. I was saying the Constitution does, and the Constitution has a Second Amendment. So you were wrong by saying, well, what if a federal agent? That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Constitution, not some federal agent.
Close.
So you're just reaching for some way to win, and you have no idea what you're even talking about. The Second Amendment is the Constitution.
On it again.
Because I have public servants here that don't know what they're talking about. Public servants don't know what dude, you can't stop interrupting anybody. You're a disgrace.
You just spoke for 5 minutes straight.
You wouldn't let me get a whole sentence out without talking over me this whole time.
Which has nothing to do with the Constitution. It just means
it absolutely does.
Getting pissed off
because you don't know it. Because you don't know it.
No,
I'm wrong because I'm saying the Constitution is it. You think I'm wrong by saying the Constitution supersedes Arkansas state law. That is mind-blowing, and it does piss me off.
Arkansas Constitution. I did not say Arkansas.
So, okay.
Law. So you can record your video and you can play
Same
that
thing.
back.
Say it for me.
I said the Arkansas Constitution
supersedes.
So
you think
you just lied when you said I said Arkansas law. You just lied.
I think you said law, but I'll just agree to agree. I'll agree to disagree. Listen, I'll agree to disagree. You said Constitution. Fine. That's still wrong, brother. That's still wrong. Arkansas Constitution does not supersede the Constitution of the United States. It does not. Please say it for the camera that it does, because I'd love to have that on camera.
Say it for the camera.
Say Arkansas law.
Why are you smiling?
Because that was kind of funny. Because that was kind of funny.
I know,
but you're 5 years old, dude. You're 5 years
old.
old.
I'm dealing with a 5-year-old. So
this is your boss, Maddox. Your boss.
They almost had a bonding moment there. They should hug it out. They should have been hugging it out.
Just kiss at this point. The tension is through the roof.
Did they just realize that they're both super pathetic, or like what just happened there?
Yeah,
there was a moment.
They broke character. They both broke character for a second.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They broke character. That's a great way to put it. They both broke character.
See it on his face. He's embarrassed for who he's working for right now.
You admitted to me that you were.
I can see it on Maddox's face,
dude. So you're here doing a constitutional audit because you're bored.
It's not more time on my hands. I don't have 2 seconds of spare time. Any spare time I have, I do something.
I enjoyed coming down here just because I overheard.
Then go back to your office, bro. I've dismissed you 12 times.
I dismissed you the same amount of times.
You can't
right
dismiss
back in
me.
character.
I did. I said you're free.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
You were never detained.
You can't dismiss me. I'm undismissible. That's my middle name. So now you got 2 my names. Justin, undismissible. Hell yeah.
Like Robert E. Lee. I want to explain something to you. You do realize that I wasn't called on the radio. I overheard the radio and I came down here. But here's
All right.
what you don't understand.
I'll believe whatever you say. Sure.
But wait, I'm just trying to explain.
It doesn't matter.
You're just trying to start an argument, dude.
No, I came
This was
down
stuff
here
from the
to
past that you
ensure
just keep bringing up.
This was a peaceful conversation.
Okay.
That's why
all
I'm
right.
here.
So I'm gonna believe everything you just said. Now you're gonna believe everything I just said. I have on camera him going in there and saying there's a guy outside with a camera, and then her yelling, "Call the sheriff down here!" And I have it on camera.
But just because she says call the sheriff down here, that doesn't mean
All right.
dispatch received that call that says send.
Coincidentally, 5 minutes later, the sheriff's here. Just
Why
coincidentally.
does this matter? This
It's
is
less than 5 minutes.
pointless.
The sheriff's office. I told
I mean,
you
like,
the radio
Perfect.
was on.
So
this
perfect
sheriff
time.
part.
Yeah, why is he bringing that back up? He should just go back to his office, really. There's no police work to be done here.
Yeah, exactly.
The sheriff's the kind of guy who like is never technically wrong in an argument with his wife. It's like, oh, I mean, you did say to take out the trash, but I mean, technically, I took the trash out with me in my pocket. I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't say
Technically, I had a granola bar
Yeah.
wrapper.
I did take the trash out. I put it
Yeah.
on the back porch.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's not my fault you didn't say that. Yeah.
So 5 minutes after she says call the sheriff down here, the sheriff's down here.
Overheard them say they're having a
Interesting.
disturbance at the city police department.
Interesting. Man, you're not a very good detective.
I don't have to be. I just
Yeah,
explained to
I
you
can
what
see that.
overheard on
I can
the
see that.
radio. Okay.
I can see that. So you heard over the radio a man with a camera, and you said drop everything.
You're saying a man. I said a disturbance at the.
Where's the
police
disturbance? I'm standing in a public
I
parking
know.
lot.
Reach
I
through a
take
So
screen
you
and
agree
shake
there is no
somebody. How do
What'd you
reach
say?
how do you reach through a screen and shake somebody?
Yeah, there's some children that perhaps they could use a little discipline or something, or a talking to, or a course on communication, something. Like, this has just gone on far too long.
Yeah, it has.
So you agree they
I just-
lied
I just
on the
said-
radio?
I said I came here
Aha!
to
So you agree they lied on the radio then?
I won't agree with you.
There's no-
unless
there's
something
no
to agree to,
disturbance.
But I did come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful.
Cool. So now that you
encounter.
see that it's no disturbance, you're dismissed.
Thank you for dismissing me.
Do the walk of shame.
Are we
Get
doing
back to
this
your
again?
boss, or
My-
get back to your job,
My
brother.
job, again, this is a city police department. When I heard disturbance at the city police department, I come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful encounter.
And you ruined it, man. You were going to be the savior. So
I didn't
this was
ruin
going
it.
to
I
be
didn't come to be
this
the
was going to be a
savior.
perfect video of the sheriff coming down here and straightening things out, but it wasn't. It was a sheriff coming down here and looking dumber than the police officer that called the sheriff down here to begin with.
Okay.
And if it wasn't for your Second Amendment comment, you would have nothing good to say this entire time.
You're trying to serve your country by confronting police departments with a random.
It's a name, dude. Chill
I know,
out.
but it's a random.
Yep, I'm a
it's not
patriot.
scheduled. It's a random, what you call a constitutional audit.
So, that's not all I do, but that is kind of what today is. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, but that's serving your country by trying to surprise a police department or sheriff's office and walk in and go.
So you
"I'm
obviously,
doing a
so
random
you
audit."
obviously don't know the purpose of it. My number one purpose.
And you just said when I post this.
My
then
number one
everybody will get to
purpose
see how
is to make
dumb somebody
change.
is.
Is to make change. So, for example,
Yeah, I wish
there
the
are
sheriff would
let's see,
actually
3
interact with
towns.
this part. Just listen. I'm talking over it. I can't help. But
Okay.
yeah, they're finally having the discussion of why the guy is there
Finally, yes.
harassing everybody. I mean, how far away into the video are we? I mean, the sheriff and the police officer have complicated the situation, but at the same time, the guy has not really been helping. I mean, he's been very combative and very like sneaky sounding, like I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of on the police officers'
Yeah, it is, though.
responsibility to, yeah, absolutely.
Because they got to deal with people all day, and if like this gets them flustered, this gets them where they can't handle it. I mean, that's a sign that under an even more stressful situation, they could probably end up really
In
not
trouble.
being in control. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you wanted to fluster them and you know, I just think the right open-ended questions would have done that just fine. You know,
Yeah.
you
Shoot.
didn't have to go through all of this to in order to prove the point. I mean, if he wanted
Mm-hmm.
to demonstrate that the officers don't know the law, he could have just asked questions and he could have demonstrated that. If he wanted to show that it's not right for them to just ID because he didn't feel they had reasonable suspicion, he could have asked about that. I mean, he didn't have to go through all of this and just, I don't know, just light fires under people. It just wasn't necessary. None of it was.
Well, it was for
Yeah,
the
that-
content.
For the content.
It's
yeah.
for the clicks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the clicks. But I just think he could have done it in such a different way. So.
Yeah, I think he could have done it in a way that didn't escalate it. He didn't look like a jackass. The cops still are exposed as not knowing, the Constitution and whatever else. He gets what he wants, just the clickbait isn't there anymore. Which I guess that's what he wants. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, good point.
This stuff leads to some tough questions, though. Like, I mean, is this something you can train people for? Is this like just you got to weed out the people who can't handle this kind of situation? It's hard. It's something that's like, oh, you can find flaws for sure, but like, what's the solution? That's the hard part that I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, some people just say throw it all out, and it's like, okay, sure, then what? And I don't know. People police themselves. Okay, that's what sheriffs. Eventually.
Well, I think one thing that cops need not do is, and this is a pretty new phenomenon, and it just hadn't hit the town of 2,500 Clinton, Arkansas yet, clearly up to this point. But I think one of the things is that they should be able to determine if somebody is trying to bait them. Just don't take the bait, and we've seen time and time again, this sheriff is just taking the bait again and again and again and again and again because you just can't let it go.
They need troll training.
Troll training, exactly.
I'm gonna start developing a course. If anybody wants to sponsor my course, reach out and you can support.
Yeah.
And I'll quit all my other obligations in life and focus solely on troll training.
Yeah.
In Arkansas that have retrained their entire police department because of me.
Okay.
And I had a lawsuit that I could have filed.
What you're telling me
Now,
right
hold on
now
a second.
is, that you are operating on fear of lawsuits. You're actually trying to make change.
Dude, no.
by fear
Let
of
me finish my
lawsuits.
sentence for once and you'd understand what I'm saying.
Don't get angry.
Quit interrupting me, bro.
I'm not interrupting.
I
We're
have
discussing.
3 places where I could have done lawsuits, and I chose not to. It wasn't even a hard decision. And what I wanted instead was for retraining on the police department. And guess what? That entire police department got retrained on the First and Fourth Amendment, and that's what I wanted. And I made change. And guess what? Now they do it annually, or every 6 months. They just do it because I was there. And I've even gone back and talked to them after, and they openly admit, thank you for coming up here and doing that. Yes, that was a weird day, but it made a lot of good change. And now every 6 months, we train our officers on the First and Fourth Amendment and reasonable articulable suspicion and so on when we didn't before. And so now I'm saving you from lawsuits. And so I'm educating the police department or the sheriff's office. I'm educating the people in that town as well.
Well, if that was your goal, and
that is my goal.
And interrupted your goal with the police department, I apologize.
That is my goal.
Okay.
And I can show you videos where I've done that already. That's my whole goal.
If I interrupted, I didn't mean to. Like I said,
Yeah, you came in proving
I
the
came
stupidity
in
of the sheriff's office too.
No, I came in to ensure.
Within
that this
5
is a
seconds, you
peaceful
said.
encounter.
Within 5 seconds, you said Arkansas supersedes federal. That is the stupidest thing a sheriff could say.
Okay, you just made a generalized statement.
What did you say
Arkansas
then? You say
supersedes
it.
federal.
You say it.
You're so close. So close to understanding.
I know they were getting there, and then they just drove it right back into the ditch.
Yeah.
The sheriff didn't quite get it. He doesn't understand that.
Maybe he was
the
getting
bait,
it, but he threw at the end, though. He threw it back on him at the end. He came back and said, and you came in and said the stupidest thing you could say. And then it's like he has to
yeah, maybe that's why it
respond to
happened.
that and say,
But don't
well, I
take the
wasn't-
bait.
He's taking the bait. Like he can't.
Yep.
And the
Can't help it.
the auditor guy can't not throw the bait. Like he's just so used to it at this point. Like he was actually
And
starting to
the
make
sheriff-
leeway with this guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm so used to calling people idiots that I can't stop."
Yeah, the sheriff was like
just
almost
can't
on
help.
his side.
Yeah, he almost was. He was almost
He was
there.
apologizing. He was trying to reset. He was trying to, like,
Like he was trying to de-escalate.
He was there too.
Yeah.
If it was like a normal situation, like that would have been, he would have de-escalated. He would have done great, but
yeah. I mean, I
this
still blame the
isn't a
sheriff
normal-
for taking the bait. Like,
Oh, yeah.
for like having to respond that way. But if the goal was to move the conversation on, which I don't necessarily think it is for the auditor guy, then that was an absolute bomb to throw at the end.
Yeah.
You say it how you
I
said it.
Arkansas Constitution.
Still wrong. That's still wrong, dude. That's wrong.
And I didn't say supersedes. I said we have to abide by.
Do you want to
city,
go back?
county,
No.
and state
You said it overrules. I forget the word you used.
Our whole job is to uphold the
The
state laws that are in
Constitution.
the statute.
Nope. What's more important than state laws? Federal laws.
Federal law doesn't supersede
It
state
absolutely.
law.
No way.
That's
You just
where
said
you're
that.
wrong.
No. Your best bet is just to admit you said it and to learn from it and not to lie. Because now you're a liar too.
First
It's
of all,
one thing to be wrong. It's another to lie.
You instructed me to admit when you have your video, you can sit down and play that.
I'm
back
trying to
later.
help you, dude. I'm trying to help you.
Help me what?
People like whenever you're like, dude, you don't want to know what? I overreacted. If you were like, I overreacted, I was wrong about that, and I'm actually going to go look into that. Now everyone loves you. And there's no craziness, and I'm happy because now
I will research everything.
But now, not only were you wrong, but you're lying about being wrong, and now you're just a liar and you're
I
wrong.
didn't lie. I said you have it on video. You can sit down and review it. That's what I said.
You're trying to say you never said it.
I didn't say that. I'm not going to say I didn't say it. I'm
So-
going to say whatever you have on video.
So will you
is what
admit?
have.
Will you do this for me? Will you admit you may be wrong and that you're going to go look into
I
it?
could be wrong,
And you're gonna-
and I will research everything.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Perfect.
I want you to know this, okay? I came into office in 2023. Van Buren County never had body cameras. Do you know why I got body cameras? Because I also worked at the police department and had a body camera the whole time I worked here. Body cameras prove the truth.
It saves both sides.
There you go.
Cameras prove
It
the truth,
protects-
right?
It not
Right?
only protects.
That's my.
yes,
Thank you.
Not only protects the officer and the county
Sure
or
does.
the city, it protects you, the citizens.
So you got
With every encounter.
1 point back for getting them body cams whenever they didn't have them.
We've got brand new dash cameras. This county never wanted cameras.
I noticed that, and
Yeah.
and I know they're new,
Now,
so
the
I
city
appreciate
had
that.
them, and I worked here for many years. I used cameras every day, and it kept us out of lawsuits.
That's
And it
so
protected
cameras
the citizens and the
because
the
cameras
park.
don't lie.
There you go.
Because the sheriff just turned that into a campaign video.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Totally
Maybe he's
did.
smarter than he lets on.
I got body cams in. They didn't have it, and I did it when I got elected. Oh my god.
You should have been doing that right from the beginning. You should have just went with that. Like, you should be like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't
you're
care about
filming
any of
us.
this.
Oh yeah, I'm really big on filming. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
Let me tell you all the great
Absolutely
things I've been
right.
doing.
Yeah, let me tell you everything I've been doing, and I'm here for you.
Well, like he was seeing so much red, but then he stopped calling him stupid for like 10 seconds, and so he could breathe again. It was like his blood pressure dropped. He could start to see that the edges of his eyes weren't red, like his whole peripheral wasn't all covered up. And it's like, wait a minute. Okay, all right. Let me tell you.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
We're just about done here, I reckon. He's dismissed me. How many times did you say?
It's probably 8 times. Yeah.
He has, I don't think he tried to go past the.
Who's he
I
talking
wouldn't.
to?
Nope. Never would.
Oh, probably his lieutenant.
Thank you.
Who's that?
That's the chief that works here.
Oh,
He asked me what was going
where's he
on.
at?
He's not here. He's
Wait,
not
there's
here.
a chief.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
like, what's going on? He said, are you
Police
there?
chief.
Somebody called me and said there's somebody doing a first
Oh,
name
he's
at
out.
all.
I asked for his.
I'm here.
Yeah, I asked for his chief immediately as soon as he was trying to get my ID, and he said he wasn't here. So.
Well, again, since I took office, I made sure that we had body cameras. We've ordered in-car dash cameras. As soon as we get our equipment, we will have those installed. We've done a lot.
All right.
Since I've been in office to ensure the
All
general
right, not
public
supposed to
safety.
say
You're
good
winning me
things.
back.
Let's
Okay.
get out of
Can I
here.
ask you one thing, and it'll really make a big difference?
Yep.
Can you demand ID just because you want to. Like, for example, right now, could you make me ID?
Only if somebody that I'm asking for their ID has committed a crime or has been suspected of committing a crime.
All right. That's another point, man. Thank you.
Because I don't need to know who you are if
All
I
right.
think you committed a crime.
You've said
right?
more right things than wrong things, so you've won me back. I appreciate you answering those questions.
Run.
We
Get
did.
away.
We've calmed
Run.
down a little bit. We got in each other's face. It's over. I'll shake your hand if you will.
What was the first name?
Yours. I'm
Eric.
Oh, I'm Justin.
Justin.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you need of me?
No, we're good.
I won't dismiss you. I am going to do one more little lap in that room right there. I'm obviously not going
And I
to.
will say before I leave, if
Yeah.
you want to come to the sheriff's office, we are open 24 hours a day.
I will be there. Well, I'll see you up there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Eric.
That guy wouldn't say anything, so he's not going to acknowledge him. Get some coffee.
Have we looked into when we can and can't ID anybody, Lieutenant?
Exciting video footage.
What does the thin blue line mean to you? The thin blue line flag. What does it mean to both
Justin,
of
if
you?
you need anything, I'm fixing to get off, but Officer Mayhem.
That's what I would love to know. And I don't see you wearing it, which is awesome. But I see you wearing the American flag like a patriot. But what does the blue line flag mean to you?
Give love.
Like I said, if you need anything, man, I'll let you speak to Officer Mayhem.
Man, you could turn this around just by answering that truthfully.
Just if you need anything, just ask for him.
Actually, do you know that you're not wearing that flag correctly? The blue has to be to the left. That flag needs to be turned around.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me know.
Yours is incorrect as well, sir. How come? That's the sheriff. The sheriff should know that blue has to be on the left side.
Trying to get him.
Look at a military.
He's wrong.
It's the same.
Are you sure it's on that side? Is it?
Yes.
Maybe I'm wrong about
Right
that.
shoulder turned backwards.
The stars are supposed to be to the left. Like, I know that's a thing. I could be wrong about being on a uniform. Maybe that's something I'm about to learn. That is something I want to make sure I am not getting incorrect. But can I ask you what the blue line flag means to you? And I'm genuinely asking. I'm not trying to trap you.
I don't have any comment.
What do you think it means?
I don't
Not even what it means to you. What do you think it means?
I don't have.
There's a right answer and a wrong answer, and I'm not. And hopefully you just think the right thing.
I don't have a comment.
There.
So, I don't know why he's still there. He shouldn't be there. This is
Yeah,
a
why
silly
not?
thing. Yeah. But he's said first he said it's not a trick question, and then he said there's a right answer and a wrong answer.
Right. Exactly.
So it's a trap.
It's a
It's
trap.
not being honest at all. That's a jerk thing to do.
Yeah.
Don't tell someone like,
Pragmatics.
yeah,
Don't
don't set that up as curiosity, and then hammer down with no, you're wrong. Like, that's not nice. That's not nice.
Exactly.
All right. So that's pretty much admitting that you think the wrong thing. Because if you thought the right thing, you would just be happy to say it. You would be excited to say it if you thought the right thing.
No,
but
he
you
just
think
doesn't
the
want
wrong
to get
thing.
caught up in your trap.
You know what it's for? It's for supporting your fallen officers. The blue line is. You know what happened when it got put into the flag? What it turned into was blue line brotherhood and supporting your blue line brothers no matter what. And that's what people don't like. The support for your fallen officers is great. We all are on that same team. But
It's like, don't make any faces, don't make
you
any
have
extra
this
breaths.
brotherhood, this
Don't move your
gang
hands.
mentality between other officers, that's what it's turned into. So that's why I ask. And so if your answer was, it means brotherhood within the police community, that's the wrong answer. If your answer was, it's to support my fallen officers, correct answer. All right? You taught me something, I taught you.
Completely beyond
Well, that was fun. That was a weird little bonus that I hadn't seen at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the deputy there he was my favorite character out of this whole thing.
The guy at the end?
Yeah, yeah. He wanted none of the smoke. He's like, I don't even want to be involved in this. Don't even ask me questions. I got nothing to say. I'm just gonna stand.
He didn't take the bait.
Did not take the bait. Probably the smartest guy in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
That and the lady at the beginning. That was smart.
Yeah.
That was
Like, I'm trying to do
a
actual work
1,000
here.
IQ move. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a great move. Like,
That was a great
yeah.
move. Yeah. The landlord with the aw shucks kind of demeanor, he was. I liked him too. You know, oh shucks, I just own the building. You know, I rent it out. You know, yeah, that's all I do. Just happy
That hair
lucky.
salon lady though, with her like V8 Charger with the blacked out windows, she wasn't taking any shit. She was just
no, she wasn't having it. Nope.
Don't mess with her.
Yep.
What are you doing here? Why are you looking at my car?
Yep. And then the immediate.
Well,
any
last thoughts?
I feel like there's a service to be had about random interactions that are non-hostile to try to push on those kind of things to see where they're at.
Yeah.
I think there are plenty of people who wear a badge who are too hot-headed or too cowardly even. So, I mean, I think it's just good to try to weed that out. I would hope that the police departments have a service like this where they do it, just where it's less clickbaity, but maybe real. That'd be a dangerous job, maybe. Like, trying to test hotheads in the department, you're like risking your own life to try to make sure that everybody is not trigger happy or, you know, not overly aggressive or power hungry. That's a hell of a job right there.
I think taking a more relaxed approach rather than going in there, 0 to 10 real quick. Like, I think you weed out those people anyways. Like, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but
100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah.
I wish he had like a pamphlet or something to like kind of give them as like, all right, so here is your homework, or here's the stuff
that's a great idea.
It's important to me to say this is one of the reasons I'm doing this. These are important things that get overlooked. Instead of just like, I'm gonna make you mad, I'm gonna make you wonder if this guy was fucking with me or if he's actually got something. I'm gonna figure out if this guy's gonna hassle me the rest of my days. Am I gonna see him tomorrow? Is he gonna hassle me tomorrow? Why is he doing this? Is he doing it just to be a troll? Is he doing it just to be a jerk? Or has he just gotten a problem with, authority or whatever? It's like he doesn't resolve it in a way that's like, here are the changes I'm hoping to make. Like, at least that's in my opinion. I mean, there's any kind of talk like, these things are important to me a little bit, followed by, and you said the stupidest thing in the world, and he ruined any kind of momentum he had of making a lasting thing. I mean, I don't see the effectiveness of the YouTube version. It's entertainment. You deal with a lot of it's almost fun watching train wrecks, but it's frustrating to see him get worked up and then to leave him hanging. It's just edging. It's not
edging. Have you guys seen the it's a thing they do on 2020, and it's I think it's called What Would You Do?
I remember that.
They set up like a scenario, and then what they always do in the end is, because they'll go through this whole drama piece of it, but at the very end they'll say, "Oh yeah, we're here from 2020. We're doing a What Would You Do segment, and so we're just trying to test what this is." And I would have liked to have seen that at the end, where the auditor says, "Yeah, I'm here to test the First Amendment. I want to make sure you guys know the First and Fourth Amendments, and this is what I'm here to do." But he didn't ever state that, until the very, very end, and it was kind of slipped in between, I'm right, you're wrong, you're an idiot, all that.
Yep.
That's all it was. But I mean, okay, so you can make it performative, play the role, but then at the very end, just say, okay, that's what this was about. And I got to be honest, Clinton Police Department, County Sheriff, you guys failed the test. You got a D, you got an F, or whatever. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You could give a little scorecard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, scorecard with a pamphlet, like you were saying.
Boom.
gotten their reaction to it,
Yeah.
interviewed off of that. That would have been
That-
interesting.
That's clickbait there, but in a good way.
Yeah, that's total
I think.
clickbait.
Yeah.
It's total clickbait. But to just escalate, to poke, prod, followed the police officer inside of the station.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's harassment at that point. When you're following the guy, telling him, that you're not a good police officer. You're this, you're that. You don't know what you're talking about.
You're dumb.
Yeah, you're
You
dumb.
should end the show. There's a song by a band called Psycho Stick called "You're Dumb," and it's pretty much just like "You're dumb." High quality.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't really delve into like this guy's like his followers, like how many followers he has or anything like that. How many. I know the Audit. They have a pretty big following, and a lot of people view their videos, but it's kind of a whole different reason. But this auditor, I didn't know much about. I don't even know if it's, but I was really skeptical when he said, "Oh, this is the whole reason I'm doing this is to make change." No, dude, you're on it to get video. Yeah, you're getting it to get views and followers.
This is to get his rocks off. Let's be real.
Yeah, exactly. And you are doing this shit.
I mean, he probably does that have that goal as like a side mission, but yeah, it's probably about the views, the subs, the reactions. Yeah,
that's what it's about. So maybe he's talked himself into thinking that he's trying to make change, and maybe that's been a side benefit, But let's be honest.
All right, I don't have anything else to say. You guys have any final comments before I play the outro?
I like your thumbnail.
Yeah.
All right.
It was good. Good doing the show here with you, Trust, and thanks for having me on, Pierce.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. This was fun. So I really, really enjoyed this. So I'm looking forward to the next one if you'll have me.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Right on.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You're dismissed.
Right, see you. You're dismissed.
I'm dismissed. Yes, I'm dismissed.
All the viewers, you're dismissed.
Yeah, all viewers, you're dismissed.
Oh, that was great.